Hi everybody, how are you? It's good to be with you. I apologize for the couple day delay in getting this video to you. As you know, my family was really sick this week. So it was me on mama duty and work duty and all the other things. It's just how life is. But you have it now, and so you'll be seeing me here now. If you're joining me for the equinox tomorrow night, you'll be seeing me again then, and then we have our own ritual as a group next Saturday night. So it's a lot of good connecting and looking forward to all the different things we're going to be doing in the next 8 days. So I'm coming to you now to talk to you about Chakraligning, and this is the exercise that I had created for this off week. It is optional, so if you're feeling just kind of overwhelmed with everything else that you have to do, and the energy of the group and stuff, take a step back. Just relax, go at your own pace. You don't have to do this week. You can watch me kind of muse you and show you what I'm doing, and maybe it's a month from now or 2 months from now that you decide to do this. And when I run the sabbatical again, which I'm going to run it quarterly, we're going to do different exercises. So you can always come back to this. We're not going to repeat this one, and this will just be something you can do to honor the space of this first sabbatical group. Okay, Chakraligning. I made it up. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm really drawn to order, and I'm drawn to the chakras. I think chakra meditation is really powerful. And what I've noticed was when my chakras are out of alignment, I can feel it. It's almost like I feel a connection or almost a voice that comes to me from that particular chakra point, and it's asking for attention. We really do need to be in full alignment in terms of all 7 of our chakra points to be operating energetically at the strongest point. So how do we connect with our chakras? Well, there are myriad ways to do that work. It can be done energetically. It can be done using Reiki. I use gems to do it, but there's just so many ways you can do it. And even in meditation, just to dialogue. If you feel like that throat chakra needs to open so that you can speak more of your truth, you can really just meditate and send the energy that we're creating in this group to that throat area and visualize that chakra point opening. And so the gems are just one more channel, one more avenue of communication that you have to work with your chakra points. If you don't know much about chakras, it's not hard to learn, and there's just a lot of information available online, and certainly we can talk about it in the group too if you guys would like to just know more about chakras. But it's really interesting how energy flows within your body, and there are 7 of them. I'm going to be working with 6 tonight on my chakra line because I don't have space. I don't have space on the medium that I chose to adhere these to. I'm using this slab of turquoise, and so just spatially the way I want to align them, I don't have space for all of them. So that I'm not working with the 2nd chakra point, which is the creativity chakra. I'm focusing on the other 6, but certainly you can use all 7. I also want to tell you, you guys are artists. Engage the creative force that you have. You can decide that you want to put stones just for one chakra on your base, and that's fine. I can imagine if you wanted to do a crown chakra line, you could do all purple stones and do, amethyst and charoite and sugilite, and just really, maybe it's because I'm wearing purple that I'm thinking about that, but I could really imagine a very powerful altar piece being whatever base stone or base wood or base metal you choose, and all stones aligning with one chakra, especially if you feel like that's where your point of disconnection is. Maybe it might be good to do some focused work. I can also imagine something really beautiful being a base wood or a base metal with one stone. I'm just going to show you as an example. This I made, which is a piece of grapevine, and I attached just clear quartz points along it. And then I had been at my mom's house, and she has this incredible Cecil Brunner rose bush, and so I took some of the mini rosebuds from her bush and dried them, and then there's lavender, and then there's little pieces of zincite. Zincite's really fragile, and so it kept shedding, so I collected all the little shedded parts, and this is a magical altarpiece, and it's just one stone and a bunch of flowers and herbs, and I used the same adhesive that I'm recommending that you use, which is the Duco cement, to attach that. It dries fast, it dries clear. If there's any little glue strings, they come off really easily, so I just love it. I almost always put clear quartz in whatever chakra lining I'm doing, because clear quartz is a magnifier of energies. And so whatever work you're doing with the gems around whatever chakra point or multiple points, it's really good to have some sort of magnetizing or magnifying energy present as well. So I chose this piece of clear quartz. It's got significant facets, which I'm not going to talk about now, but it does. And so I'm going to add that to my piece as well. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just going to smudge my stones that I'm using, and then I'll talk to you about why I chose these stones. And I will tell you something. When I do this work, it's like stones practically jump out of my tray to be included. It's like they fight with each other. Who gets to go on the chakra line this time? And so what I do if I'm struggling to make decisions about which stones to choose, I hold one in each hand. And every time, one of my stones gets warm before the other one. And so whichever one gets warm first wins. Use the tool or the process that works for you. The other thing I do, and I do this when I'm choosing stones too, because a lot of people ask me, look, I go to these gem shows and I have to choose stones and they've got a million pieces of whatever I want. How do you choose? If I have a group of stones, I try to spread them out in my hand or wherever they're sitting, and I run the palm of my non-dominant hand over the stones. And my palm warms up pretty quickly too. I've probably been doing this a long time, but in any case, usually where my palm gets warm is the stone that I need to buy and take home with me. And a lot of times I'll think I really want or need something, and I'll run my palms over it, and I just don't. So, and of course, sometimes palm gets warm over everything. You know, I like to shop. What can I say? I'm not alone in this group, right? Okay. So let me tell you what I'm doing here, and then I'm going to point the screen down so that you can actually see me make this. So these are the stones that I'm working with. I'm working with carnelian for the root chakra. When we're working root chakra, we always want to have a stone that is in the red color family. You could certainly use garnet. I just feel really drawn to carnelian. I've been working with carnelian for a long time. So carnelian to me is like an old trusted friend. It is a source of energetic energy. And so for me, I've just got so many irons in the fire. I'm tired a lot. And when you have kids, I mean, it's just the way it goes. So carnelian just always brings me the energy I need. In this particular case, I was really debating between golden calcite and citrine for this particular piece, and so I put them both in my palms, and the calcite warmed up first, so citrine had to sit this one out. But golden calcite is it's a peaceful stone. It all calcites bring a very warm, peaceful, loving energy into your space. Golden calcite is really about, obviously it's about solar plexus chakra work, which is related to the life force, but it's known to bring happiness, vitality, and again, just peace and deep connection. The chakra that I'm skipping for this particular one, just because I don't have room, is the splenic chakra, the creativity chakra, and I feel bad about that, but I really wanted to work these other chakra points, so next time I'll do extra work around the second chakra point. So this is chakra 1 around the root. This is chakra point 3 for the solar plexus. I never skip the solar plexus because that's where I tend to house a lot of my stress. I have digestive problems, and that's just when I'm retaining stress, and even when I'm retaining weight, it goes right to my solar plexus. So I never resist that work. Next is green for the heart chakra, and so for this particular work, this particular piece, it was aventurine that won out. Other stones that were fighting to be here were fuchsite and actually a green piece of fluorite, but I chose this one because it warmed up. Then we have the throat chakra. I almost always choose angelite for the throat chakra because I want to communicate peacefully. As a Leo, as a fire sign, I tend not to communicate very peacefully. When I'm pissed off, you know it. So I tend to really want to activate a lot of peace and angelic energy around my throat chakra. Some of you know I swear like a sailor, so I always think if I put angel light at my throat chakra, I'll start being more, I don't know, more politically correct. And then for the third eye, which is the indigo color, the indigo chakra, this is dumortierite. I always choose dumortierite or iolite. Dumortierite to me is a stone of strength. If you read up on it, you'll see lots of different definitions. I've come to really trust my innate wisdom around gemstones and what they mean, so I go by textbook definitions, and then I also just go by what resonates in my soul. And dumortierite it always brings me strength and fortitude, and so when it comes to the third eye, it's also kind of a grounding stone. And since I have a tendency to leave my body anyway when I'm doing a lot of energy work, it's just good for me to have that strength and vitality and a little groundedness at that particular chakra point. Crown chakra, I have used charoite, I have used sugilite. I prefer amethyst. So, the more you do this work, the more you'll come to have a relationship with the stones for each chakra point. When I create chakra sets for people, which I do almost on a monthly basis, and they're always custom orders, and some people want them loose or they want them on the chakra line. I almost always just use amethyst because I find that it's a more peaceful stone to have at the level of the crown. This is your spiritual connectedness, right? I mean, an amethyst is a stone of peace and of connectedness. It also represents sort of your inner, I say your inner monarchy. Whether you're a man or a woman, it connects with that inner divine royal sense of who you are and your higher self. So it just seems to fit right with the idea of a crown chakra for me. Okay, and then always, always, always a piece of quartz to magnify the energy, and I chose that one. So what I'm going to do is quickly affix these stones to the base. And again, this is a neat little shard of turquoise that I received in a palette of turquoise from a friend's mine. And so they're really special pieces of turquoise. I'm almost out of them, but I saved one from my chakra line. So I already measured these out to know that they would fit well in the space. And with this particular Waduco cement, you have a few minutes to move the pieces around. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these. And you can watch. It's pretty quick. It's okay if the cement comes out the side because it's going to dry clear. You won't notice it anyway. Now, as I'm putting these down, I'm talking to you, but I'm also communing with these stones. And I'm asking that they activate each of my chakra points that they're aligned to. I'm going to do a closing meditation before we are done here today too. Just asking that they do their work and that they help bring me into full alignment with each of these chakra points and bring peace and tranquility to me through that alignment. Now I'm going to, this is all intuition here, I'm trying to figure out where I like that. I think I like it in the center here. So again, just a piece of clear quartz to magnify the energy, and as I place it, I'm just visualizing and intending that it's going to do its work, which is to magnify the energy of this alignment. And so it is. Now this particular cement takes about 15-20 minutes to really dry. I do want to show you that there are lots of different ways to use quartz crystals. So I could imagine, don't you want to come play at my house? Some of these, I have this awesome piece, check it out. It's double terminated naturally on this side and single terminated on this side. How awesome is that? So that was another one. I really debated about whether I wanted to sit him on there. And you know what? In the moment, that's feeling right to me. So I'm actually going to stop and I'm going to put him on there. You are watching Intuition in Action. Well, that totally feels right. Doesn't that feel right? Get excited with me. I think it's right. In any case, you can sit and play with your stones and look at each of them and kind of turn them around and see which, quartz point or which tumbled stone really wants to be in this place with you, and be attentive to that. Okay. So once you have your stones together, this is usually what I say. So I get very quiet and ground myself and take some deep, clearing, cleansing breaths. And so I usually call them out, each stone by name. So I say carnelian, golden calcite, aventurine, angelite, jamordorite, amethyst, and clear quartz. I ask that you bless my altar space. I ask that you charge the energy of each of my chakra points, and that you help bring all of my chakra points into full alignment. I also ask that this alignment come into place for my highest and best good. And so it is. And right now I can really feel, if I put my hands over this particular piece that I've just made with you, I can really feel the vibration, the energy of those stones coming together. It's quite magnificent, I rarely have anybody come to me and ask why I love working with gems. I think it's really obvious. It's the beauty of the stones, but it's also just the peace that they have within them, the way that they will speak to you, like I say, if you listen. And then when you look at a piece like this and how they're working in synergy together, it's really gems want to be with other gems. My saying is always, the gems are always seeking themselves, and they really do. And that's why I think our collections grow. It's not just because we're shopaholics or that we have a soul sedative, but it's because when you gather a piece of carnelian, it's now looking for its partner stone. So energy for what? Okay, so maybe it's asking you to collect a citrine, energy for abundance. So what is that going to require? Well, that's going to require that you have your health in place in order to enjoy that energy around abundance. Okay, so now we're gathering aventurine. Well, in order to have health and be able to enjoy abundance, you want to have peaceful energy in your life. So now we're going to gather an angelite. Well, all of those things together, the fullness of those are really going to be expressed in a peaceful spirit. So now we're gathering an amethyst. And I love the way these stones are feeling. I want more. Well, let me get some clear quartz so I can magnify those energies. They're telling a story, I guess is my point. So as you engage in this exercise, I want you to have fun. The whole point of this process is for you to start really loving your life. It's these little things. This particular piece that I'm making right here, it's not too glamorous or flashy. It's not expensive to make, but it means a lot to me. I'm sure I'll have it for years to come as a memory of this experience with you, for the story that it's telling for me. These things that you create with your hands and with your heart, they're soul treasures. And so whatever you make, I hope you'll take a picture and share it in the group, because of course, we all want to see what you make. But most of all, I think we all wish for each other that we enjoy the process and really, take the time to relax and meditate and get into the work. So I love you all, dear sisters. I'm so honored to be in your presence. I bow to you for your creativity, for your bravery, for your courage. And let this altar piece that you create, I just really intend with you. Let it be a representation of just the manifestation that you're pursuing right now. Let it be a symbol to you of the commitment that you're making to yourself. And you're making it at the equinox if you do it this week. This is a powerful vortex of energy that we're walking into this weekend. I don't think some people really fully understand what happens when seasons change. But there are only 2 equinoxes a year. In most ancient and non-Western civilizations, this is a sacred day. So just wishing you all the blessings and manifestation of this particular week, and also of our 8 weeks together in the sabbatical. So I love you. I truly do. I hope you have a great rest of your Friday evening, or whenever you see this. I hope you're doing well. I send you blessings from my heart to yours.